Thanks very much. Oh, porky kiss.
Porky kiss? Spammy, porky, processed meaty kiss.
Barbecue processity.
I'm having a second one.
All right, this is not an advertisement for McDonald's, by the way.
No.
Not at all.
Never.
We're
No,
just trying to revisit some things from, well, my childhood, and you have never tried.
I have never in my life had a McRib, this folklore, storied, limited edition, certain time only.
How limited is it, did I say? Or are they just...
I mean, I see the commercials, but I'm not that affected by the commercials. I never saw one of the commercials in the last 15, 20 years and was like, ooh, I got to try that. So I've never in my life had a McRib. And you have never had...
Well, I haven't had an American... Is it Fillet O Fish or Fillet O Fish?
Yeah.
I'm from Australia, and I had them when I was a child, but we would call it a fillet of fish. So I don't know if I can remember the taste.
And you probably haven't had it in 25 years or so.
Long time.
So you've never had an American Filet O Fish?
No. So we're trying it for the first time. So let's get into it.
All right. So first off, this was crazy cheap. I ordered one, and he was like, "We want the 2 for $5," and I was like, "I don't know what that means."
2 for $5.
I got 2 McRibs for $5.
Oh.
And the Filet O Fish was $4.39. So he just sort of forced me to have that, and I saw the price differential, and I was like, "Well, that only makes sense to get 2."
How much were they each?
This was 2 for $5 for me and $4.39 for you.
But like, if you just bought one.
It was like $4, I think.
I mean, look, it's a cute little box, isn't it? It's very kind of vintage looking. I guess that's deliberate because it's kind of a limited edition.
Now, mind you, I'm in a position right now where I think the odds are going well for this experience because A, I'm hungry.
You love barbecue sauce.
I love anything with barbecue sauce. I love, pulled pork sandwiches. I love onions. I see it's got onions.
Do you mind if I touch to open it up? I want to just see how it looks, the actual patty.
It's shaped like ribs, but it's obviously not real ribs.
It's even got the lines and everything.
Yeah, they put the lines in. Now, we're not McDonald's eaters. I probably stopped eating McDonald's in 1994. A wrestling coach of mine, Coach Brzezinski, kind of turned me off of it. He just gave me this long lecture about it. And then I went to college, and there was so much food besides McDonald's in college that I just never ate it. And then I moved to L.A., and,
You can't really find a McDonald's very close by where we live.
Kind of. I mean, they're around, but there's so many alternatives, like In-N-Out Burger, and there's Subways everywhere, and there's
Chipotle
and Shake Shack and Five Guys. So if I ever have a burger craving, I tend to go to one of those places. So it just has never really been a thing in our lives. So
this looks very petite.
that's the presentation points are there.
This is nice.
It's got a square patty. It looks kind of like the ad. Got a little tartar sauce going, a little cheese.
You treat these people like they've never seen a McDonald's burger before. That's
the McRib. Pickles, onions, barbecue sauce.
And then we have filet or fillet.
And we got tartar sauce and a nice square golden crispy filet and a square cheese. First time I'm ever having the McRib sandwich. I have friends that are like rabid fans of this thing, and I don't understand why. So they're like, you gotta try it, I can't believe you never had one. You got just like when you tell somebody you've never seen Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, it's like that same like insane angry reaction. They were like that with Chick-fil-A. I was like, I never had Chick-fil-A, and they're like, no, I gotta try Chick-fil-A, and then I actually really like Chick-fil-A. All right, so my first.
Except for maybe it's politics.
Except for maybe the politics. My first bite into the McRib. Here we go. Okay. Not a whole lot to it. It's kind of just meat and bread.
Is it saucy though?
It's pretty standard barbecue sauce. Nice soft bun.
What's the texture of the meat like?
The texture of the meat is it's a bit chewier than like the chicken or the beef, which you'd expect from pork. It's definitely processed.
Right. What do you think the meat actually is made of?
Just a pressed thing of pork. I can't quite say I'm familiar with this texture. I would say it's like if you were to take a big sausage and press it down in a panini.
I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
Or like a George Foreman grill. Kind of like really press it and like smash it down.
A condensed meat product. That's a bit porky.
It's hitting the spot. It's hitting the spot.
Can you eat two?
I mean, I'm hungry. I could probably easily eat two. This is probably equivalent to like a foot-long Subway if I ate two.
Let me try this now. Very soft bun. It looks like it's very buttery. You know, I don't actually eat meat like this. I eat fish. I hope this is actually fish that I'm eating.
After 3 bites, it's growing on me. The texture takes a little getting used to for me.
It kind of tastes like fish fingers in a hamburger bun. It's one big square fish finger, the square of cheese, and a dollop of tartare sauce, and one of those sort of Hawaiian bread buns. It's kind of sweet.
I think the onions could be cooked a little bit more. The onions are a bit on the raw side. I'm not a big fan of raw onions.
I hate raw onions.
But we love grilled onions. Mm-hmm. The onions are a little bit undercooked for my taste.
It looks like it's very saucy, like drowning in sauce.
I'm not a very good Asian either. I didn't grow up on Spam. This kind of reminds me of the, I don't even remember what Spam tastes like, but I get the same kind of feeling. The last time I had Spam.
Processed meat.
Yeah, it was just like a flattened, chewy, salty processed meat. And I feel like Asians celebrate it so much that my Asian brotherhood of fans of this thing, because for some reason a lot of Asian people seem to love this. I don't know what the backstory is.
The McRib?
There. Yeah.
Oh.
On Facebook, anyway. Okay. You know who you are. I figure, you know, when you get like a Spam dish and you post it and people are like, yeah! And they feel like some sort of cultural connection to it. And I don't know, I feel like maybe the McRib is something similar. Hey guys, I'm eating a McRib. Yeah!
So what's your verdict? If you were to say it was rubbish or rad? I mean, rad is a pretty strong word to describe something. But so is rubbish.
If I was very drunk, and like, I go back to my 20s and 30s, and think about, you know, midnight hitting, 1 in the morning, leaving the bars or the clubs, and you want to do something and not go to like a diner.
So the drive-through drunken, 24-hour McDonald's run.
Yeah, like this would do it, because not only would it likely have a more likelihood of being open than like a Subway,
right.
Get like a $5 foot long, which would be better for you. This would kind of more hit the spot, I think. So it's kind of like a hit. It's like a hit of something.
This is, so what you're telling me is this is an environmentally, situationally dependent rad. This is edible. And I think for me it is dependent on the mood. I think if I'm super, super hungry and I want to
You're in an
something
airport
quick,
and nothing's open?
It's fine. So in that regard, it's rad because it's available. But would I eat this every day? No, because, you know, I don't think it's the most nutritious or the most kind of flavorful thing to eat.
I'm having a hard time not comparing it to like a Chipotle burrito or taco or a $5 footlong, which
it's all fast food.
It's all fast food, and it's satisfying in its own way. So I'm trying to be diplomatic that way. Oh, I will say this: if I were to make this, I would put lettuce and tomato and stuff.
Yeah, make it a little bit healthier. Same with the fish.
I don't know why they feel like this doesn't deserve lettuce and tomato. I'm going to put my own lettuce and tomato on it right now. Well, you can't beat the price. It's $5 for 2 of these at the moment. Maybe that's just a special they're running. But I don't know. I'm having a hard time with the texture, to be honest. Like, if I kind of wanted something hearty like this with like meat and bread, I think I might be more inclined to go with like a meatball sub from Subway. But I do like barbecue sauce, and if I ever see a pulled pork sandwich on a menu, I'm getting that. Or if I have a choice of grilled chicken sandwiches, I'll always go with the barbecued one.
So is this better in your mind than other McDonald's burgers? Let's compare it to McDonald's burgers. Because that's the thing, this McRib is so popular.
I don't really know what other McDonald's burgers are like anymore. It's been so long.
Alright, well, these people want to know what you think.
I think it's radish. I can see the appeal. I mean,
so we're settling for both of us a bit of a tepid rad.
Yeah, for $5 for 2 of these, That was $2.50 worth of a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty darn good.
Was it? All right.
I'm going to give it a tepid rad.
Kind of rad.
I don't really know why this warrants all the hype that so many people like have to post about it online. I really don't. But that's cool. If that's what you're into, if that's your thing, then rock on with your bad self. I may have the other one. I'm still hungry.
You should have the other one.
I'm going to have the other one.
All right, but
All
I
right.
don't need to see you eat it.
No.